For my film, So the Wind Won't Blow It All Away, I followed 3 youths in New Orleans. The first one is Andre, second one Maurice, and the third one is Jasmine. What they have in common is they live without guardians and they live without their parents. So they go to school on their own. They don't have parents when they come home at the end of the day. They don't have parents to sign off on all of their school forms. They don't have parents to give them money to eat. So they have to do everything on their own.
It just felt like we would never have a place to go home to, so like I cried every night.
2 years after Katrina, I went down there, and I think that that time between the disaster and between the time I went down there is very important, because a lot of things didn't change from when the hurricane hit to when I was there. It kind of felt like this could have been their first week back at school.
There's some kids that are truly in a very, very sad situation. You know, they living in the project homes by themselves. And I got a couple of kids that live in the Ralph Marine Project by themselves, a brother and a sister.
I wanted to focus on my subject's narrative and their voyage themselves. And for that reason, I wanted to use a lot of imagery which represented the interiority of the subjects, and not just have them sit down and describe their situation or describe their narrative or describe what happened to them during Katrina. Though all of that is very important, what is more important is getting that kind of emotional heart that just grabs you.
The roof fell in here, and in my room, the power got shorted out. When he tried to plug something up, it caught on fire. This is the worst part of the house. We don't ever go in here for anything.
It's really hard not to get involved with these kids' lives when you're shooting. You really do want to help them, like physically help them. You know, they live in sometimes squalor, and you want to help them find a way to find housing or to better their situation. But at the same time, as a filmmaker, as a journalist, you have to be at arm's length, and that's a very difficult way to balance it. You know, you want your film to inspire people to change, and to change the way things are, and to inspire them to give back. And it's hard when you're making your film not to do that at the same time. And because first of all, it will alter your story, and second of all, you're there to record and to share that story, not necessarily change it. What I didn't realize about making this film was that the film would not only change me and change other people's opinions, but it would change the subjects who I was working with. From point A to point B, when I first started with the project and when I finished it, completed it, edited it, and showed it to them, I saw their confidence change. You know, they went from kids who didn't have necessarily role models other than maybe their band teacher, teachers at school, or, you know, maybe their boss, to really finding that confidence in themselves because somebody cared enough to follow them around for 6 months with a camera, and they saw that their story had a place in American history. It had a place in the American narrative.